was another forest story. It happened in the winter. Far away in the forest lived the wood goblin. Right next to him in the swamp lived Kikimora. He knew that Kikimora was the most beautiful of beauties among the forest creatures. Somehow, before Christmas, Wood Goblin decided to marry Kikimora. But Kikimora gave him a wet and cold shoulder, as he was too scary looking. Then the Wood Goblin thought up a tricky thing. Out of swamp ice, he made a magic mirror in which everything beautiful and good looked wicked and terrible, and everything ugly and horrible was, on the contrary, made to look beautiful. The Wood Goblin looked at himself in the mirror and almost fell in love with himself. That's how handsome he became. Why do I need Kikimora now? He thought. Give me Princess Maria. He turned around and was off. The mirror remained in the middle of the thicket, distorting everything that it reflected. Nearby, on the edge of the forest, there lived an old man Srawley with his wife Peneska. Although Peneska was not young, she was still good at housework and everything else. So, before Christmas, she sent Srawley off into the woods for a Christmas tree. For a long time, Srawley wandered through the forest trying to choose a tree. One was curved, the other low, another one had crooked branches, and another was bent to one side. But in the thickets of the swamp, he found a suitable one. He cut down the Christmas tree, threw it on the sledge, and went home. Suddenly, Srawley saw an ugly face staring at him from under the hammock, horned and shaggy, as terrible as death itself. Srawley's hair turned grey with fear. It turned out to be the ice mirror that the goblin made, but Srawley did not recognize himself in it. Well, he was not easily scared. He grabbed an axe and crushed the mirror. The mirror scattered into thousands of pieces. One piece hit Srawley in the eye, another in the heart. Srawley ran through the forest, and it seemed to him that those weren't fir trees and birches around him, but terrible forest kikimoras and wood goblins were grabbing him by the fur coat and pulling him by the beard into the wilderness. It was the magic mirror shard beginning to work. He ran up to his hut. Instead of his beautiful wife, he found some kind of kikimora sitting there. He wanted to whack her too, but the kikimora stood with hands in the sides and said, "Hey, have you gone mad? You old creaker!" And she smacked Srawley with a frying pan between his ears. Sparks showered from his eyes, and along with them a piece of the ice mirror fell out. Only then did he see that it was not Kikimora at all, but his beloved wife Peneska, standing and holding a frying pan in her hands. Well, they embraced in joy, put up a Christmas tree, and started celebrating Christmas. Only now another trouble came. The splinter came out of his eye, but the one in his heart remained. Hence the proverb, a grey beard, but a lusty heart. Now, on every Christmas, Crawley acts a little weird and gets bashed with a frying pan between his ears by Penesca. Meanwhile, in the swamp, the wood goblin yearns for his chimera, whom he has never married.